All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? Let's get out a tab and a pen so we can begin. Let's go through the process of getting you to that score of 750, 100,000 of credit or corporation, and at least $1 million of credit to that too. Ultimately, go get that tab and a pen out. All right, no one needs to do ducks. It's step by step as we do this. Now, this is live. You got a question? Just type it out. I'll answer that for you too. Ultimate goal, no pictures, no recording in the beginning, because I want you to put it here. I need you to focus, and I need you to understand what I'm talking about today, every step of the way. Next, as we do this, very simple. All right, I want you to understand we accomplish goals all the time for one reason, because we want to. That's me in 1981, highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. So I accomplished my goal. Next thing, I got a bunch of goodies, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and even helicopters, and mansions too. So everything you want to do, you can achieve if you want and if you follow through every step of the way, the ultimate goal. Kind of like rags to riches. The bottom line is very simple. All right, I got born in a taxi. Now, I could have put up with it. I could have just felt sorry for myself and could fight through the battle. Now, here's chapter 18. Let's look at what it says right now. It says a corporation's a legal person. Now, that's a good thing, and I heard that when I was a little boy. All right? Bottom line is, what I did is I heard it as a poker game. I wrote it down. Mrs. Hope had a poker game every Wednesday night. So what did I do? Wrote it down. Next day, I went to the library, wanted to figure it out myself next to the Torrance Police Department. Walked in and go, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was kind of rude. So what did I do? I was patient. She came back 5 minutes later. Here's a mock of it. It's a book. I read the book. See, when I was a little kid, 181st Street and Delaney Street in Torrance, this family I lived with, guess what? She wired Apollo 9, 11, 13. She was a NASA engineer. So what did I do? I learned about blueprints. So when I went to the library, I was looking for a blueprint. I didn't find one. Now let's understand, I just circled right here, may sue or be sued. All right, so let's understand, my first corporation cost $10. If you want a corporation today, they're free in all 50 states. It might cost you 30 to 100 bucks. But what happens is most of you pay thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that no one ever helped you, and you didn't probably wouldn't give a squat. And they charge you for $5,000. Kind of ridiculous. But again, it's going to be up to you. My first corporation, Helping Hand Industries. I was 9.5 years old. We got $100,000 credit in the mail. What the what? Yeah, that's true. What happened? People got credit cards in the mail, personal corporations all the time. Now understand something. I even got named in the movie Dave. So let's look at today. All right, when I was 12.5 years old, what did I do next? I helped start the Orange County Blind Center. And we used the word Braille. I got named in a lawsuit. They explained to me very simple, when a corporation gets sued, they're kind of screwed up. The goal should be never to bring the pain home. As we play this game, the big lie will get told. I'll bet you your CPA, an attorney, or your corporate service told you corporation's going to protect you. I'm sorry to tell you it's not true. You see, every time you do something outside the corporation, on behalf of the corporation, like guaranteed credit card, lease of a building, or a car, you've actually pierced your veil. If you set up a division process, you can basically protect your assets no matter what you do. But it's going to be up to you to learn how to play the game. So I'd like to show you about division process I invented in 85 and 86. It uses tax ID all the way. So let's understand today with you, the ultimate goal is not to put all your eggs in a basket. Because if you do, they take it with a basket and nothing left over. So I'd like to show you something, and I want you to understand on the Secretary of State's website. Your name, your corporation's right there. When they sue the court, they tend to sue you. So I think you got to learn more about the division process. So the next thing is basically putting all your ducks in a row. Next thing, what do we get to do? Never bring the pain home. So I'd like you to take a tablet and pen and turn it sideways. I'd like you to understand things that happen around you in your city and state today. Now, basically, Google last week said they're going to shut down another 1,000 banks. All the banks announced it. Another 1,000. Let's understand what the bank does. They have a corporation and they have a branch number. Branch number is actually a corporation too. That's a corp owning a corporation called a subsidiary. So the ultimate goal is very simple as we play this game. Now the next thing I want you to do is look and draw the diagram on the other side. Let's say you listen and turn these up today. I would like you to have three divisions of you, three divisions of yourself. See, you didn't give yourself a chance to fight through the pain, and you basically knocked yourself down and fell on the ground, and you brought the pain home. So let's think about banks, grocery stores, Sam's Club, Geico, cities. They file bankruptcy, but they don't bring the pain home like you. So let's take this. You need a daily list, weekly list, and a project list. Every time you try to do something new, you get stuck. And then you fall in the face and you get knocked down a little bit too. But if you let me hold your hand to a coaching program, I can get you where you want to go. And I'll even guarantee it. So, foolproof program. I created a blueprint. So, foundation's the key. We look at corporation and division process. Now, I hope and I pray my stories help you and fight through the pain. But I'm God's example, hopefully for you too, as we learn to play this game. See, winning the game of business is what I called it as a kid. And 48 years ago, I actually created a system called winning the game of business. Now I have 3 yachts in the backyard, race boats, and Lamborghinis and helicopters too. But I had what I call, sorry to say, shit day. I ended up being in a coma 2009. I got my assets kicked. They stole my life. What am I going to do? But again, that's what happens. Google the address and find the truth. So there I am in that coma. Very simple. All right, I could hear everything going on. I heard my tax attorney come in and trick my wife to sign a POA. And he stole my life, $3.7 billion of structure. The nurse basically asked if I was a donor to my wife, too. The bottom line is I wanted to rip out my heart and take it away. But I got the choice that day. Stay in peace or go back. So I said go back. So the reality is there's no excuses for anybody. As I said, I'm God's example. Hopefully you listen to me today. 5.5 years in my first coma. All right, from there, my next one, they worked on me. I still got to die. So I've had to move 24 times. I'm 11.5 years old. A lot of shitty people. I've been shot. I've also been knifed. It kind of sucks. You know what I've always done? Fought through the pain. So the goal is there's my old shit day. That's what I call it. Very simple. So the goal is very simple and understand to never bring the pain home. I think the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down too. But again, what do we have? God's a laser on God's denials. So if we do this correctly and we understand how it works, we can probably get through this and do it better this next time. See, the reality is most people don't realize, all right, the SS5 form that they filled out. You did this at 14 to 16. Most of you are 35 to 40 to 70 years old. So if you did this and you were told to get an SSN, you filled out a form called SS5. That SSN equals a 1040 tax return. It's called We the People. From there, the Social Security card's not even yours, and it says on the back of the card, Property of Social Administration, not you. You not laminate, don't carry it with you, don't use for ID purposes. So the IRS created a form called SS4. It actually says banking and credit purposes. That's what it was designed for in the first place. Legal name of entity, individual person. Now, if you don't file your tax returns, you're just a crook, just go to prison. Like Wesley Snipes did, 3 years and $18 million out of his pocket, being silly and stupid. The reality is very simple today. We have to understand we have more chances to try. That SS4, you should have 3 of them of you, if you want to. The ultimate goal is how to play the game and win. So let's understand, like Richard here. He won Survivor the first show. He got $1 million check, ran around naked, and almost died twice. His tax attorney said keep 375, give the rest to the IRS. And that was the ultimate goal. But what happened, he basically didn't listen to them, he listened to me. I told him to reference 3 times 5. Why? I could have turned it to $15 million. But he just pissed it away. Went to prison 3.5 years, 10 years probation, and he violated that too. See, I want you to plan the problem. What happens is, understand, you got knocked down by your friends and family. They ripped you off a little bit, some money too, and you pay thousands of crap that didn't work. If we plan the problem, guess what we get to do? We can look at that SS5. But again, if you didn't do this, that means mommy did it because you were born in 71. That's when Nixon took the gold standard out. If we play the game and we understand that SS1 and not even yours, don't use for ID purposes, do not laminate or carry with you. So the goal is assigned to you. So the SSN was for the 1040 tax return, like I said again. Next, we got to look at is very simple today. All right, when you get your first paycheck, what did you do? Where's my money? Well, the company told you flat out, you get the leftover. The IRS gets the first cut. They get to get the money first, and you get left over to live on that too. Isn't that fun? That's what makes us a bunch of ducks cheap, in my opinion. So we can play this game to win if we understand to play by the rules. All right, SS5, SSN 1040 tax return. I would tell you to take your C corporate if you have one, or LLC, and turn it into an S. All right, when you start making money, because you usually don't pay tax up to $3 to $5 million anyway. There's almost no tax due. So why don't we file the tax return for you? See, how you receive money matters. SSN tax probate in your day. SS4 no taxes due till we're profitable. Understanding how to play the game, learn how to win. So what did you do? Mostly it was very simple today. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. We're going to start a business, honey. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to jack up our credit cards, drop the score, get stuck, can't get any more, bring the pain home to me and you, and be stupid. Sorry, that's what I think you did. See, every credit card needs a sticky. A sticky, right there. Let's say it's a $10,000 card. That means you can only use $2,900. Anything above 29% drops your score, gets stuck, can't get any more. There's your problem. Next thing we got to realize is one thing. There are two cards that do not fluctuate. See, let's write down all cards fluctuate, go up and down based on utilization, because they do. These don't fluctuate at all. If you want a 750, I'll guide you through that process. But it'll be up to you to follow through too. So let's understand to never bring the pain home. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of men and women. People aren't stupid. Half the people in this freaking world are freaking lazy. But again, it's going to be up to you. You got to have some fun too. So I'm going to guarantee what I say I do. 100% in writing. This means flat out. There's only two rules. Okay, first you got to be part of the program. And then the next thing is rule number one, don't jack up your credit cards. Don't apply while you're in the rapid rescore, as I pay for the first one for you. And if you screw it up, I'm going to charge you a fee or close your case. Isn't that fair? So understand, if you got a collection item, it's 5 ways to kill the debt. You have an IRS problem, there's a form for that too. 656, 433, A and B. You can actually rebuild yourself if you want to, like Humpty Dumpty. But it's going to be to follow through. We're not here to rip off our creditors. We've got to man up, woman up. We got a collection, we got to pay and negotiate. Let's do that. So let's understand today. I'm the guy that created 25-29% rule and tools when I was training Kenny Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW King Spirit. So the rules and tools. If you listen carefully and you do what I tell you to do, I can help guide you to the 750 score so you can get more. TRW, Thomas Raymond Warridge, Bicycle Parts. Became a Spirit in 96. When I do the first one of these, I said, good failure, hell no. So we got the ability to play the game and win if you want to, but it's up to you. Raise rules and tools. You can balance your score and understand not to bring the pain home anymore. So we got to realize we might have to negotiate a debt or two. From there, we have a 25-20% rule, but all in cards, all cards but two. You might need a rapid rescore to push your score up and away. I call this the KISS method, by the way. It's called Keep It Simple, Stupid. Now, I need you to call a phone number today. When you call my call centers, I want you to understand, I want to rebuild your whole life, not just rebuild your credit with you and guide you and a corporation and credit. I want you to basically let me rebuild you. You see, they sell your name and information on the voting list 412 times a year. You add yourself to the robocall and the junk call list too. So what do you get to do? The national list. So let's do this. Cable Bill Corporation. If you would call 888-567-8688, you could opt out for 5 years or a lifetime and get off the national mailing list. But you have to make that phone call later today. By the way, the phone number is right in front of you. Please call it today. Now, the next thing we get to do is play the game to win. We got to have what? Called safety credit and a line of defense. Because the world seems to want to kick our assets, and that's no damn fun. So what do we get to do? I designed the whole thing with Yarborough years ago. 0 to 29 is green. That's what it is. 30 is yellow. 50 is red. Finally, all the dashboards say that today. It's about time they catch up. But again, what do we get to do? Our ultimate goal is very simple. All right? Your goal is to never bring the pain home. So what do we get to do next? All cards, what do they do again? Fluctuate. That means they go up and down by utilization. And if you got shitty credit, You probably jacked up the wrong card. So let's remember, all cards fluctuate. You want 25, 20% rule, but these cards here do not. Those are the emergency cards. You can jack up past 29%. That's how you can maintain a 750 score for the rest of your life. It's up to you. So today, if you got an emergency, you lost your job, what do? Well, most people in 42 days jack up their credit and screw it all up. So they kind of panic too. So let's understand today the ultimate goal. All right, I need a card. I need 5,000 now. Go ask your friends, your family, your bank. What's going to happen next? They're all going to say no. Gee, you said you need it. All right, but let's understand. The average person wastes $50. So the average person's kind of wasting away. They can maintain basically $50,000 to $5,000 is more. So let's look at you today. Are you happy? All right. Do you have what you want? Is it your fault? All right. Did you fall stupid? So let's understand, if the average person wastes $50 every other day, that's over $700 a month. We could actually take a corporate credit card and spend $50,000 and write it all off. So that means we can actually build the American dream and finance itself and create debt that says taxes. Because that's what it does. That's corporate credit. So let's play, all right, and understand. All right, if we spend $50,000 a payment, 6, 12, 26, that's under what you piss away in a given month. You can get 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through. Why not? So let's write down, because after Nixon took the gold standard out, I'm willing to basically sacrifice the division, not the corporate goal you should think about today. The goal is very simple, have your cake and eat it too. I called it raise rules, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home. So as we play this game to win, take a picture of this page right here. Let's say you jacked up all your cards and you're stuck because you're not winning the lottery or getting a raise. Well, let's take supply credit from the corporation and let's turn it into cash credit. It'll be about $50,000 because I think you're stuck. So the 750 is kind of waiting for you. These are just goodies I obtain. You can obtain them too. Analyzation, that's the first thing we do. Want to analyze somebody within 14 working days. Or wrap or rescore to block anything that's kind of crappy. From there, here's a 510. Now there's 757. So that's kind of good. Here's a nice lady with 651, no green lights. Wrap or rescore 750. What did she get? Green lights and $1 million of credit. So we can repackage almost anybody. So here's a bankruptcy client. Oh, terrible. This nice couple went to a bankruptcy attorney to ask a question. He sold them a bankruptcy. Did they really need one? No. But he got his money, didn't he? So what happens is very simple. Now they got no credit. It's all screwed up. Then you got 3 ding-dongs on TikTok. You need a secure credit card. And they're talking about Capital One. Doesn't that cause an inquiry and bring your score down? I thought the goal was to bring it up. Now, my dashboards can usually pop a card with no credit at all. If you ever need an open or a secure card, it's always Open Sky. Why? There's no damn inquiry. For $200 on the card, spend $25. See, there's always a way to repackage you. Nice couple. They're late on their car payment, and they have collections, and they're 571. Here's 3,000 on my dashboard for them too. See, Rapid can push scores up and away in about 3-4 working days too, if you do what you're asked to do. Now, I did basically at Bonaventure for 32 years, Los Angeles, and you know what I did? I basically created credit, millions and billions. Here's my cat. I got him 9 lives. Oh, I'm sorry, he came with that. That means 9 divisions. You know, 8 magazine interviewed me, and they said use plastic to finance your business. Isn't that kind of fun too? So let's look at Intuit, because I bought Credit Karma on December 3rd, 2020. Well, Credit Karma has no fun to help you. They just want you to clickety-clack. I want to create my 24-hour call center and be able to help you every step of the way. So let's understand Credit Karma is free. It's not bad too, but guess what we're going to do? All right, now credit repair. Let me get on my magic wand. Whee! It doesn't work. Sorry, my magic wand's been broken forever. It doesn't work. Do you have one? All right, see, credit repair is a fraud. The ultimate goal, Federal Trade says they can't collect money up front, but they do it all the time. How about the Credit Repair Organization Act? How about we Google Section 611 and find out what we do for ourselves? Now, the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they indicted the credit repair cloud. Daniel's going to have to pay $3 million. They might put his butt in jail. You know what? That other guy with the chubby cheeks on TikTok, he's going blah, 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 too. they're going to go get him next. So let's understand, if you do credit repair and lie, that's credit fraud. But could you rebuild it instead? Yes, you can. LifeLock's on the radio and TV all the time, but they've been indicted 6 times. 6 times, $100 million last time. So be careful, please. Let's understand. I like to obtain your credit reports right away. I like to analyze them. All right. Usually within about 24 hours. It can take up to 14 days. It depends how long you take to get those documents back to us. They give us permission to do it, so we can play. See, the goal is very simple. I believe anybody can get to a 750, 90 working days if they do what they're told to do. And I analyze everybody on Friday and Saturday personally. Over 50 million people I've analyzed so far. There's a Ray Reynolds University, the ultimate goal before I died in a coma and came back to. So let's understand how to play the game. I think you're stuck. Let's get you past go. I can show you Lamborghinis, Duffys, and mansions. All right, from there, how white men do jumps to people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, all kind of fun. Race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. I call it Ray's Rules. Maybe you want to listen and learn too. But again, what is it called? My blueprint. Now, I basically wrote Blueprint for Success when I was 12 and a half. Trade named it after that too. And I call my blueprint See It, Leave It, Go Get It. You might want to write that down and help you. So if we play, there's about $500 million of goodies there. Would you like some goodies too? So as we play, let's understand my debt to ratio was always kicking my assets. Then I created the division process so I could transfer to divisions. Then I never had a debt ratio problem ever again. Isn't that fun? How I brought in and helped millions and billions. But again, simple. $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini. I like Lamborghinis. God's gift in the mansions in the harbor. Now I had to have the large U-Dock. When you got 3 yachts and 2 race boats and a Duffy and a bunch of Sea-Doos, you want it in your backyard. That's what I did. The Duffy was for the wife. It's always nice on Friday and Saturday night, take me to Captain Jack's, steak and lobster. No, I got tired. At 26, when I helped bring in $2.6 billion, I got kind of bored. My fear was to get fat, ugly, and die. So the goal is very simple for me. So I like the goodies. You like the goodies too? Now, I accomplished my goal because I never stopped working at it until I do. I didn't realize I was doing something different. Highest kick, fastest kick, 1981. What do we do? The Guinness Book of Records came out. Where's the wires? It kind of pissed me off. I kicked out the lights that night. That's only 13 feet. So we got the ability to play and win the game if you want to. Now, after researching coma, I realized my grandfather's Richard Bishop. He won the Olympics in 1932. They call him Coach Bishop in gymnastics in Los Angeles. Hell, I think he looks like Al Capone. But again, the word no doesn't mean no. If you accepted it, you know it wasn't true. I think no means they're stupid. Now I'm online 6 days a week, by the way. All right, you ever have a problem, you let me know, and I'll hold your hand every step of the way so you can get your goodies too. All right, Ray Reynolds, Godfather Credit, rayscredit.com. All right, I think you're probably 35, 45 to 70 years old. All right, maybe a little disappointed. You played it safe. You didn't take a chance, or you did, you fell on your face. There's me. That's about $10 million of credit right there. You might want to call the office right away, one of my call centers, 800-254-9506. All right, let's write down today's date, and let's project 90 working days. Let's go get it. The United States of America Incorporated. What did they do? Well, let's see. The corporation, Supreme Court says corporation's a legal person. 50 corps, 50 states, and then cities. And you know what they did? They created an oh shit day. If they have one, they get to file bankruptcy on the debt and stay in business for themselves. You see, that's called a Chapter 9. It's we the people. Supreme Court says corporation's a legal person, and you have the ability to stop bringing the pain home if you want to. Bill Glenn here, his wife left him. He felt sorry for himself, screwed it all up, lost his job, and he lived in this Pinto car for 3.5 years. So did his son. But I got him a brand new business doing $1 million a year, house and car. We got Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross. What did he do? He was in prison for 22 years. I got him $3 million credit. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. But in 6 months after he got out, I got him a free dump truck business, doing $5 million a year. Michael, God rest his soul. Arnold, okay, like President of the United States of America. We got Costner. Oh, we got Giovanni from Pixar. We got college professor, Biola University, dedicates a book to me. Oh, we got Superman for Gold's Gym. Kurt Cobain, God rest his soul. And I got her $1 million too for a little video she's got on Google too and YouTube. Wow. See, I also incorporate Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels. But let's understand. I believe this guy's like ridiculous. Why? I don't understand. I came out of a coma. Okay, I lost 3.7 billion in corporate structure, all gone. All right, we're homeless. You got nowhere to go. Honey, take me to Mark's place. Their family owns Cherry Mark. I walk in with my oxygen tank, and honey, be right back. Come back to the car, and she says, "Where's your Rolex, your wedding ring, your necklace, and your bracelet?" Honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife because I did, because I'm going to protect her. This is pathetic. All this man has to do is drive an Uber, Lyft, have a garage sale, and go to the church for the food for the kids. This is stupid. He needs to man up. And don't give me a bad time. I came out of a coma being dead, back to life, and I'm homeless again. But I got my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions. What did I get to do? I built $1 million of credit in 6 freaking weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house. I don't stay down like you. Why do you? We could play the game to win. But again, what do we have to do? That Lamborghini there, here's the key. See, it was purchased under a division of a corporation, and I guarantee it is a division. Signing a lease, piece of property. The S is for when you receive money, you're not taxed until you're profitable. The ultimate goal. So if we look at the Fair Lending Act, it allows these creditors, like American Express, give you 99 more. How many would you like? You're going to win the lottery, get a raise. It's going to be up to you. So that ultimate goal is let's play the game to win. See, when I helped set up the dashboards in '87, what did we get to do? Pretty simple. That's under tax ID. So we can build credit there too. So today, if you have a corporation, please look online, Secretary of State's website, find your corp, find your name, find you're the officer, and you have the bank account. And you probably use your home address. Sorry to say, but that's kind of silly and dumb. Why don't you change it to a mailbox, etc., shared office space? Because right now, when they sue that corp, they sue you. That kind of sucks. Let's create a line of defense and put our ducks in a row. Let's play the right way, okay? There's that 750 waiting for you. I added you my credit system. Plan A all the way, because Plan B is for losers. We don't settle for anything. We're one of the few, not one of the many. So would you like to be a millionaire? Please don't say yes. Would you like to be a millionaire corporation? Please say yes now. You see, I like boring and steady. That's just been me. So take a picture of these right here. I have my 22,000 payphones. I have my 19 houses and all the goodies that I do. Everything here is ran by third party. I just want you to become an investor. Would that be okay if somebody drives you around your city today on the busy street and you're the passenger and you look at these things and go, why don't I buy these? See, every one of those things should be under a division of a corporation. Why don't you own your neighborhood? I don't understand. You have the ability to do that with a corporation and structure. Now, a blueprint call with me. I want to blueprint you to know what I get to do next. See, we have to look at past, present, future. We are who we are because of our past. Present situation are we set up, and how do we build the future? Do you have a problem with American Express or Chase? Did you file bankruptcy or tax lien? Family, corporation divisions, irrevocable trust. Car should be a division. House should be bought through the trust, and you should focus on auto income and cash flow fee for time, which I put in my series of books 48 years ago. So the blueprint call. I'd like to have an hour on the phone with you and your partner. Would that be okay? But it's up to you if you want to play. Now let's think today you want to Google brand new house under 100,000. You're finding about 15 states. What if we were to take a corporate credit card and we're allowed to use it basically as a division, first time buyer program, and we put 5,000 down? What is our goal? Let's create 10,000 to 100,000 a month. Let's go to another state and do the same thing again and again and again. You can just Section 8, have a real estate office manage it for you. Storage units are my favorite, by the way. Ultimate goal. All right, it's called auto income. Now from there, we go like Freddie Mac. All right, 8 apartment complexes we sold about 9 months ago. What do we get to do? Well, we have the DSCR loans as well. 90%. All right, what? And if they push back 10%, it's almost free. But that's kind of up to you as well. Could be 203, could be HUD. Right? It's all what you want to do and become the bank. So there's so many ways to do this too. But again, it'll be up to you to follow through. Now, dry cleaners. Well, I wrote a book on that years ago as well. I got a client, 3 locations. He got $63,000 a month. Another one did the laundromats. And I wrote a book on that too. And what did he do? $30,000 a month. I have clients that own Wendy's, Jack in the Box, gas stations, kind of fun stuff. You see, these are run by third party. Now, I had my 22,000 payphones a long time ago, and then these things actually put them out of business. But the ones at the prisons are still there, so we get to play in that game too. In California, we're 1 million short EV charging stations per our governor. So they even have a program to put you in that business as well. Being an investor, making money. So let's understand today, if you're not a client or a customer yet, well, let's do this. Let's do a rapid refresh right away. Let's put you in class Friday or Saturday, and let's let your focus be $750. Now I'm going to charge you $999 for the classes in the rapid reschool. I'm going to give you a $1,000 card back, so you can reimburse yourself. But again, during the broadcast with me, I discount the $499, and the card becomes $500. In Ray's Rules and Tools, you can maintain 750 score and more. So again, if you have a corporation, let me rebuild the cash credit, please. I'm going to rebuild you, Rapid Rescore 2, set them level 1. What do you get to do? You get to play with me in class, and I'll rebuild you and charge you what? $1,000 and give you $5,000 back. Would that be okay? How about if I charge you $24.99, give you $25,000 credit? The goal is to analyze, add history, and start popping credit right away. See, you stuck with me in every class that I do. And I'm not going to let you down. The only thing you need to do is follow through. If you want that kind of thing today, that's a Zelle. There's a Zelle. Take a picture of that too. The bank spot Zelle, July 6, 2022. And that's how they close more locations. They don't need them anymore. Zelle is Ray at rayscredit.com, and they'll find rayscredit.com. And what do we get to do? If you want to call the office, all right away, 800-254-9506. If you use a debit card or credit card, they will charge 5% more because the bank charges that too to us as well. So you pay that difference. So the goal is to package it like Humpty Dumpty. See, I think everybody needs to be repackaged. But again, it's like today. I think you should start with 100,000 of personal credit. Why? If you use 29% rule, that's 71,000 of safety in case you have a shit day. Sorry to say, but it's true. As long as you have these cards, you never drag your score down below 750 again. Next, I'd say $1,000 or 100,000 cards for the corporation too. So let's say we want to rebuild you and allow me to work with you and coach you every step of the way. Well, there's only 10 cards I like. Let's give the 5 favorite ones here. How about we get the Spark 100,000 and the 2 Sisters for 30? That's 160 times 9. You want to clone them on every division. B of A, Wells Fargo, Chase, and the Gold. So by the time we play this game, we can be up to $5 million. Next, you don't go to the bank because you want to basically understand. If you do it right, and I'll guide you through that process too, they're going to give you a line of credit up to 150,000. These are my 5 favorite ones, by the way. I call it checkbook money, by the way. And if you did it my way, that could be literally up to $5.4 million. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? But it's going to be up to you. See, I don't think you're winning the lottery. I don't think you're getting a big enough raise. So let's try it this way for a while, because your way, sorry, you've tried the path, sucks. It probably didn't work. Let's get you where you need to go, the ultimate goal. So the $1 million maker could be you. Let's understand today. What is our ultimate goal? Let's see. Because I'm an affiliate. What if I get you American Express card, gold or platinum? By the way, I get the ones for employees and the divisions too, simultaneously. Would you like them? Let me know. It's right there. So if we did this correctly, we looked at the business application. The business application out there, about 16 years ago, I kept pushing, or to have them what? Put all the corporation division process on the application, and they did that. So divisions are there. Now I got to get caught up from combing all the crap I had to go through in the pandemic. Dan slowed me down. So here's American Express offering 99 more cards. Would you like it to authorize user or division? Oh, they give you a line of credit personally, and then they do it for the business as well. Up to $250,000 called a blueprint loan. So we can start with 1,000 down to $75,000. See, here's the goal. Borrow money is not taxable. So if I help build you and guide you to build cash credit to the corporation, would you actually use that money to buy your investment? By the way, this is a lifetime income. That should be real estate or property or a franchise, but it's up to you. So here's an example of one of our clients today. And what did they do after about 9 months? Well, right now they've worked on pretty hard. And they have $96,000 a month. Is that okay? The goal should be $100,000 a month per month coming into the corporation. It's your turn. So we can play $100,000 credit today. If we build it from the office, we charge 10%, usually about 10 grand. Today it is basically up to you. It is $49.99 if you did it right away. All right. But again, if you wanted 50,000 built for you or corporation, usually 5,000, all the rules and tools and pieces. And then if we did it today, it's $29.99. And from there, if we wanted only 25,000, normally $2,500, what's going to happen? Simple, $14.99. And it's a Zelle. There you go again. Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. And if you need to call the office, there's that office number again, 800-254-9506. And we would charge you 5% for a debit or credit card too. Ultimate goal is like my coaching programs. If you're in my coaching programs, your file's in my desk and I'm analyzing it every 5 days. I'll know more about your credit file than you, and I'll help you line it up step by step too. See, credit and loan and money. See, the average person does it kind of a little wrong. They name the corp after themselves, so what it does, that's kind of dumb. Corporation's a management company managing a division for franchise and apartment complex. You build a line of defense. That's how you get to go more. When I wrote down Financial Freedom years ago, Cash Flow Free of Your Time, it's on my book, basically Winning the Game of Business, page 6, paragraph 3. The ultimate goal, getting 10,000, 100,000 a month. So what did you understand? I had a problem. When I do flippity dippity doos when I'm 19, 20 years old, I found out the buyer's a liar, the agent and broker. The contractor hires a subcontractor from Home Depot. They're good workers, but what? They cut corners every time they sign the contract, every time they can. So I realized one thing. At 21, I wanted to be the damn bank. That's right, I wanted to be the bank. Now I sold a car, and I carried the paper through a division, and I got $413 a month. I sold a house. You know what I did? I got $1,200 a month. See, I learned something. I can do an assignment of mortgage, and I kind of like that. So you can also split deed units as well, like apartment and complexes as well. So you can actually become the bank and learn to be assignment of mortgage or assignment of asset. You'll find that in my real estate and financial series too. Ultimate goal. So you have a choice to become a money maker. Now, if you want to sell and do basically supply and vendor credit, that's okay. I have done a Bradstreet years ago too. What do we do? $100,000 to $1 million. It's called OPM money. That's Dun & Bradstreet for it. And we can sell on Amazon and eBay today. So if you have a corporation today, that's good. Remember, you need to learn how to play the game and stop bringing the pain home. If you don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. That's right, free. You pay a little filing fee. And then I'll help you stop bringing the pain home. And I'll help you put your ducks in a row. And I'll repackage you because your way, sorry to say, probably sucks. My way actually works. So we can play, what's a corporation today? It's a legal person that may sue or be sued. So that SS4 right in front of you, legal name of entity, individual person. So we have to understand what it actually does. See, that's the only form that the IRS created that says banking and credit purposes that I could ever find. It's right there. See, that's per entity. You can actually build $1 million of credit and quit stealing from your family. Now, your corporations allow 4 things under raised rules. You can do what you want. These are my rules. Number 1, buffer tax. No taxes due till we're profitable. Corporate credit, hell, let's go get 3 million. Let's go get 10. Let's go get more. From there, what do? Cars at fleet price. Hotel free buffet. See, the division is your line of defense. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. All right, in multiple credit reports and separate liability for real estate. This is in my series over 30 years ago, by the way. You should build a line of defense, corporation and corporate structure. There's no reason to bring the pain home. So I told you to draw that diagram earlier today. Banks, groceries, or cities, and you having three divisions of you. But it's up to you too. See, you have to be a CFO for the corporation and for your personal life. And we have to go get some model income. That's the American dream. We have a problem right now. Our problem is we have 28 days left of this year. That's right, take away the weekends and the holidays. And what's going to happen is you're running out of time. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. Sorry, well, none of us are. So we're running out of time if we want a corporation or divisions that are starting this year. So next year they're on their second year. That's what banks want you to do. I call it checkbook money. So again, the lack of knowledge just makes people do stupid things. Sorry to say, but it's true. So what do we get to do? Now, I had a problem back in the 80s, late 80s and 90s. My problem is I had $53 million of credit cards, and they're shrinking my limits. You know what I did? I loaned out some money under C-191D. I found out I can create what? Money off credit cards. So I called it cash flow feeding my time. So I wrote that in my book. Simple. So a division process, what do we have to do? It's in my book called Buckets of Money. I'll show you the first matrix I did. It was $4.6 million. That was the first matrix, the loan out money. It was basically 18 months, 41 divisions. And this is 98, by the way. And the income for that was what? Ready? Here it is. Wow, we get to play $190,000 a month. Is that good? So you can play the game. You get a copy of that book called Buckets of Money too. But again, it's going to be up to you. Division. So understand division. On my dashboards, I can set up a Experian Treasury and Equifax instantly by adding 2000 of history to a corp's name or a division's name. Then I build the umbrella. And then what do? We daisy chain the credit. And down the road, I get you the tax ID. Now let's understand something today. I'm going to want you to take a little picture of this. You have a choice today. See, we're running out of time. So 3 divisions, $14.99, and you get what? 10,000 of credit. No credit, simple. You get to save a little bit of money. All right, you'll get 3 divisions right away under your current corporation or the one I set up for you too. All right, with no credit, it's $9.99. 9 divisions, $20.99, 25,000 of credit. Or without credit, $19.99. 12, $39.98, 75,000 of credit. And from there, no credit, $29.99. So what is our ultimate goal today? If you did it today, that means now. All right, now, that's what we get to do. I'm going to double the number of divisions. But that means now, Zelle. There's your Zelle. There's your phone number. Call the office right away. You don't do it right away, sorry, you missed out that opportunity too. See, every division should be known as a bucket of money. All right. Now, the real estate system or the manufacturing system and the Millionaires Founders Kit. I was at the Vonovich for 32 years. And I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 a set. That's kind of fun. So today, you can get a copy of the 12 books and CDs if you want to. And you can save it for $5.98, $4.99 too. Ultimate goal. The real estate series and financial system, all right, help millionaires and billionaires, it's $9.99. Call the office or do it now today to the Zelle. Simple to do. Now, I got specialty classes. I have done specialty classes on Saturdays literally for over 30 years in rotation. But again, it's going to be up to you as we play. Now, let's say you won the lottery today. What would you do? I would tell you to have a division of you under the corporation's tax ID. I'd say go to the bank, deposit the check, and that division you into the corporation's tax ID, and ask the banker to borrow against it. Borrow money is not taxable. I think it'll get rid of that tax. You have to pay on the gains tax too. Plan the problem. What do we got to look at bankruptcy. See, the problem at the end of the day, in the Federal Protection Act public record, the only thing to file bankruptcy is an SSN or SS4. Is a U, corp, division, or subsidiary. It's going to be up to you to play the game to win. But again, it's up to you. Now, I've been nationwide on radio 40 plus years. If you want, today, I have a TV show coming up next year too. Let's play and add you to my credit system. All right, so you got to beat your doubt, run your race, and get that blank out of my way. Let me even package your mind away for a while. Now, I need you to get out your driver's license, insurance, registration today. See, I believe you're highly intelligent. But I believe what you do is kind of silly and dumb when you get pulled over by a police officer or in a bumpity bump. You're giving people your home address. Today's world, hell no. But again, you see 2 cars and 2 buildings. I see 1,013 divisions, but it's up to you. See, the next thing, when you buy a car, what do? You let them sweat you for 5 hours. Then you sign a piece of paper and allow them to run your credit. You should have wrote down when you sign that, it allows one inquiry into the picture. But you didn't do that either. See, a car is fleet price tax ID division. That's how it works. It's registered in the division of a corporation. Now, you buy a car or a house, please buy the car through the division. The house never signed 2 people on it. It's kind of dumb. But if you lose house and car, don't worry. That creditor will report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. And now you got double shit credit. Sorry to say the truth. Your division should be your registered owner of the car. So we can plan the problem, and we can make sure we don't bring the pain home ever. If you buy properties today, I'm going to say put them in a division. Each property you fix up to do flippity dippity do should be a division. We don't know which one's going to fall into us and screw us up. You see, we got to realize the paycheck and the house payment all pay taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion or double trillion. Why would they pay tax? There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. We watched him borrow 44 billion from 3 banks because he didn't have the money in the bank. You see, you got to leverage your money. I mean, that's how it works. So look at this. He bought twiddly done, and X marks the spot. Now let's understand he's got a spaceship too. So's the other guy. They have spaceships. Beam me up, Scotty. So you could actually win the game, join the club, and win the battle if you want to play. So let's run your life through a corporation or conjunction. Let's pay tax or drive a Lamborghini. It all says taxes. See, your paycheck today, you get the leftover. That's called net income, right? Car payment, gas registration, insurance. Why don't you drive a company car like I do and write it all off too? But it's up to you to play the game to win. So listen, here's Mama. Mama delivered a baby. After 71, that means Nixon took the gold standard out. Pretty simple. So what happens is you can't leave the hospital with your own child unless she signs the SS5 form. All right, isn't that terrible? They won't let her go out the door. So guess what? We buy a house, escrow close, homestead trust. We get sued, we're screwed. We died stuck in a probate and our family got diddly squat. We hire the contractor. What does he do? Cut corners and hire people from Home Depot outside the door. And they cut corners every step of the way. How about we learn to make sure they get diddly squat? Let's get an irrevocable trust too. We get to play the game to win. All right, now Wesley Snipes, I like him, he's great. When I told him to do it this way, he didn't listen to me. He listened to his stupid attorneys in Beverly Hills and tax attorneys. He went to prison, cost him $18 million. Where's his career now? See, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. They're in charge. Do what they tell you to do. So if we want to fix up properties, we can save up to 70%. We can get a bill up to 60 and 90 days. So what do? Line of defense. Borrow money's not taxable. And what do we get to do? All right, always remember, borrow money's not taxable. We build a line of defense. And what do we get to do? We get to not bring the pain home again. But it's up to you. You can play. Now, I finally got a family. As a kid, it was just being used and abused, moving all the time. And I think all these people around me are all shitty people. Sorry, I just feel that way because there was no love, no nothing. It was just crap. Okay, in my opinion. So when I finally got a wife, 6 kids and 13 grandkids, guess what? I finally got a real Christmas and a birthday. Now I feel guilty when she gives me something. That kind of sucks. But again, the corporation of the family. What are you willing to lose? I think it should be a division. Because this way we get checkmate every time we get to win. And you stop bringing the pain home again. You get to play my way for a while. All right, here we go. Lamborghini, $100 million building. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Hell, I was taught as retarded because I were both hands talking at the same time. And the shitty people with me called me a piece of shit. All right, didn't like me at all. Disowned me and wrote letters and all kinds of bullshit. Typical. Did I deal with it? Yeah. I felt sorry for myself for 3 seconds and go kick some ass head. I make millionaires in the corps and divisions. And how to be a certified CFO. So today we know you've been naughty and sometimes nice. So let's do this. Why don't you become an investor? and I'll help you build the credit right away. And then we get to do what? We own it, but we're the what? We would have to run it. It's auto income. So today, never have joint credit sits in the way. Buy a house, escrow close, Sunset Trust. Okay, very simple corporation. They're free. You just pay a little filing fee, and you get your divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. And I tend to give up to 10 times your money back through corporate and personal credit, almost every product that I sell for the last 48 years. So you could play with me if you want to, but understand you're going to win. And we're going to do it my way again and again. Isn't that fun? But again, maybe all you want is a 750 score. Okay, let's analyze you. Let's have you go to a class Friday and Saturday. Let's do a rapid rescore. Okay, let's charge you for the rapid and the class as well. And let's basically from here charge you $9.99, 1,000 card back to you. But let's discount that to $4.99 and give you a card for $500. Using Ray's rules and tools, you can maintain 750 forever if you want to. Starter a corporation, you start a package, okay. You got a corp, let me build that one. Not, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. Rebuild you, CFO. Oh, we got to do level 1 setup. It's every week too. I'm going to charge you $9.99. I'm going to give you 5,000 credit back, 5 times your investment. Better than being in Vegas. $24.99, 25,000 in credit. Build you up and away. Add history. All right, pop credit as soon as possible. So if you want that kind of package today, it's a Zell. And all you can do is call the office right away. Phone number's right in front of you. If you use a debit card or credit card, they will charge you 5% more. All right. If you give me referrals, we'll build more credit. Or if you like, we'll give you 10% for every referral you send us. And that's the ultimate goal. So here's my personal email address too. See, the bottom line is I think I'm an example from God. And I hope you listen and learn. Hopefully my story can help you too. I do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, we have to basically follow through. It's kind of up to you as we do all these things as well. Okay, as we go through this process. So here's a question. I always take, someone's got a question, I always take a picture. Make sure in case I have to sign it to somebody. Good morning, Pastor Reynolds. My credit card just now hit 682. Wow, 29% utilization. Fantastic, Kenneth. Kenneth's been a client over 20 years off and on. And we help build people again and again. So no problem. So I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'll have someone look at your file right away. So what I would do right now is call 800-254-9506. And keep in mind, very simple, all of us have to do our best. What God does for us, amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.